what's off key to me, what's in the wrong key to me, when a band leader tells the band to break down, but the band still plays, or somebody in the band, whether it's their keyboard players
It's
do
mostly
this a lot.
the
Keyboard players, they do this a hell of a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, band break down. I literally just said no music. I didn't say. Now I don't know what it is about. I don't know what's the psyche, right? It's like when a band leader says, for a lot of musicians, a band leader will say break down or break it down, no music. And to them, that just means play softer.
Oh, you talking about you talking about in the middle of a song, break the music and
it'll be that situation where you're trying to talk, or maybe it's this person's solo, but you're wanting to riff over.
My young immature self used to do that when they used to break down, and I used to try to do something to
I'm trying to
show,
trying to talk to the crowd, say something, and I literally just said no music. Or why what is it about musicians that when you tell them to play softer, they equate that to play slower? You ever been in that situation?
I never.
I don't know what it is. It's like you'll tell a band, break, maybe not even break all the way down, but play softer, and they're playing softer, but now they're dragging the music.
Oh man, yeah.
But now, man, that's a thing. Musicians, when your band leader, whether it's the band leader, the MD, whoever, if you're not over that band and you get some type of instruction to not play, that means do not play. Yeah. Just stop. Take your hands off of your instrument if you feel like you have to do that. The only thing that may or may not be going, if you don't have a click track going, your drummer might be keeping the tempo on the hi-hat.
I was just about to say that. So like, a person who is doing the solo, right? Because I was watching a video with Cleon, and he was doing the drum solo, and then there was somebody else that was just kind of keeping the time for him or whatever. Or I don't feel like he need help, but I mean,
it's a couple things, but it's to the band leader's preference, right? There's been times where when I say no music, I mean that for everybody. I mean everybody cut out, including the drums. But I make that known. I probably communicate with the band and say, hey, this is exactly what I want. There'll be times where I say, I don't want drums, I don't want keys, I want guitar and bass to play at the same time. And now, luckily enough for me, I have band members that I trust with tempo. So I trust my guitar player and the bass player to keep tempo if there's not a hi-hat or anything going. And what I do is I'm doing that for aesthetics. I'm doing that for dynamics, and I'm doing.
I was just finna say that all those different things have different dynamics to it.
And there's this thing where it's fun to build layers. Yeah, you build layers, so you break everything down. You might bring a little bit of keys in, and then or you might just have a bass play. There's been times where I had I call it musical conversations, right? And I've had the bass player and the guitar player have a musical conversation, and I just tell everybody to get off the stage. Everybody get off the stage or whatever, and then there's so then it's just them two. They're responsible for their tempo. They're responsible for all of that good stuff. And then one by one, I'll have another musician go on. And then, so instead of the drummer, keeping time on the hi-hat, I might just have him do 4 to the floor, something like that. And you just kind of build those layers, and then bam, bring the full song back in. But there's a reason for all of that, though. Like, don't take it upon yourself to, I'm going to go ahead and add this right here. No, that's what your MD or your band leader is for.
Yeah, that's one thing I've realized over the years, as a musician and, even taking the lead as a MD or as a producer is that, on over the time you start realizing there are so many different things you could do. Far as having music or whether it's live or even in production, have just with just the piano and a drum groove.
A lot of times,
and it has a different dynamic.
A lot of times, an old school cat told me this years ago, man, when I was coming up. A lot of times, a good musician based off what he don't play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That musician that know how to not play, or that musician that knows how to not. And I keep saying he, but it's a lot of dope. But I'm just saying like that musician that knows how to not do too much in this moment, or that drummer that knows, feel doesn't go right here.
That goes back what I said the other week. Less is more,
Sure.
Yo, these are the same. I was just laughing to myself. These are the same musicians that won't break for you. It's the same musicians that won't break for the choir director at church.
Yo,
please tell me.
What's that one video? It
was
an organist. It was an organist and that young drummer.
Yeah,
and he kept doing that jungle beat.
Yeah, it was. What song was they singing? All I got to do is live right. Yeah, and he was like, da 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 da.
I don't know what song that was, man. That video went super viral. but yeah, man, like it's just that thing, man. Like just when somebody tell you to break all the way down or no music, just follow those simple instructions.
Yeah.
Also, I want to let
that's
y'all.
How you keep work, man.
Listen, yo, like we in the same vein. I was literally just about to say, yo. There are other people watching you not pay attention, or there are other people watching you not follow instructions. Mm-hmm. There's been plenty of times I've been watching, and I've seen the MD or band leader say, "Yo, band, do this," and you do the total opposite. Mm-hmm. And guess what? I need a keyboard player, and I'm watching. You're probably not gonna be the cat that I hire.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you're being you're being watched, you're being looked at. I always assume that in some way, shape, or form you're auditioning.
Yep.
I always assume that. I always assume that somebody is looking at you, and I'm telling you, man, it'll help you out a lot if you just especially if it's not your band. Mm-hmm. If you're just there, work for hire, listen to what the people are saying. Mm-hmm. And that, good people,